Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jason Gaddy, and today I'm going to talk to you about why it's so very important to capture your company's automatic contribution, matching contributions to your 401k, 403b, or thrift savings plan. Um, because I think there's a lot of people that think, well, they only match 25%. So that's really not that much. And, I can do better things with my money than worry about contributing to my retirement, since they're only matching 25%. So I'm going to use some numbers that are super duper simple, something we can all follow along, and hopefully persuade you to contribute, even if it is only 25%. So, and obviously these numbers will work no matter what the actual numbers are in your personal case. These numbers will show you, I'm sure you'll probably invest more than this, but you'll invest more and your numbers will be more than this. But this is just to show you, um, simply put, why it is so very important for you to contribute. So let's say, obviously, you're going to contribute more money than this for the year. But let's say for this year you contributed $100 to your retirement plan, and your company only puts in 25%. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add 25% of the $100 in, and this is the contribution that you have total going into your retirement plan. And so the total now is $125. Okay, so that $125, the total of that will get the complete and entire growth of what your retirement plan does. So let's say, for instance, your retirement plan for the year grows 12%. So we're going to multiply that times 1 point, we said 12%, and that equals $140. So your $100 contribution grew $40. So that is 40% interest, okay, for the year. Now, let's say next year rolls around and you add another $100 and they add another 25. You didn't get a raise, you're adding the same amount of money, and your total is $265. Let's say again that it grew 12%. Well, we're going to multiply it again times 1.12, and now you have $296. Now that's with you only putting in $200, okay? And obviously, like I said, the numbers are going to be exponentially bigger than this, more than likely. Now, I know there's people that are going to say, well, the stock market is volatile. It could lose money. It could, I could lose money putting money in there. So even with their 25% match, I could lose substantial amounts of money. Well, let's look at this. Okay, same example. They're going to put 25% in for what you put in. And here's $100. This is what you put in, and we're going to add the 25%, which is $25, equals $125. Let's say the market loses money. We're not going to say it even made 3%. We're going to say it loses 5% of the total market value. So to figure that out, instead of multiplying it by 1.12, which would be 12%, we're going to devalue the market by 5%. So we would have to multiply that by what? 0.95. So even if it loses 5% of the market value in the stock market, you still end up with $118.75 from your $100 contribution. So how much would the stock market have to lose for you to break even? Well, let's back that up, and I think let's go to 0.85. No, you still are ahead. Even if it loses 15%, you still gained $6.25. So let's back that down to 80%. Okay, so if the stock market loses 80% of its value, you still break even with their contributions. Okay, so let's see what that means. So the last time I checked the stock market, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was 29,000, roughly 500. Okay, 29,500. So to get a negative decrease, obviously decrease or negative, but to drop the stock market value to 0.8% of its current value, the stock market would have to drop down from 29,500 to 23,600. Now that would be a very substantial loss in the stock market. Um, Losing, what are we looking at here? Like just under 6,000 points for the year. That would be almost unheard of. In fact, I don't know how often that's even happened in the history of the world, but even if it did happen, even if it did go down to 23,600, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, because of the matching contributions at 25%, you still break even on your money. Now, how cool is that? Now, another thing that you should think about is even when the stock market is going down in value, let's say it did drop down to 23,600, stocks that you know are valued at 29,500 are now selling for 20% less than their market value. So now you're putting $125 with the match into the stock market, buying value or shares that have been devalued. And so when it goes back up, you will have a exponential explosion on your net worth. And that's what we found to happen in 2008 with the stock market crash, housing crash, and all that stuff. People really raked in because they didn't stop investing. So the key thing is never stop investing in your retirement plan once you have dumped all your personal debt. Obviously, home mortgage is not included in what I call personal debt. But it's very important to keep on contributing because when the stock market's down, it's like the shares are on sale. And when the stock market's up, you're gaining money like crazy. Now, let me go back because my work will match 100% up to 5%. So let's do the math on that. So let's say I contribute $100 for the year, and my work is going to match me at $100 for the year. Okay? That is a $200 investment. And we're going to say the stock market gained 12%. So, as you see in this example, $212 for the year is what I have in my account. That is with a $100 investment on my part. So my increase is 124% for my $100 investment. 124% is an amazing return on your investment. So let's go back and do the math on this again. Let's say the stock market is volatile and you don't want to lose your money. You put your $100 in. Your work matches another $100. So that's $200. So instead of the stock market doing 12%, we're going to say it loses money. Now let's start back at the 80%, which is what we did with the 25%, just to see where we are with that. So we're going to say it lost 20%. So 20% is 0.8. You're still up $60. Okay. So let's try taking it down to, let's say the stock market lost half. You are still at break even if the value of the stock market drops by half on your money. So let's look back at this. And with that being said, the stock market is 29,500 roughly. And we're going to say it drops by half, 14,750. The money that you have invested would still be break even if the stock market was 14,750. I don't even know when the last time the stock market was 14,750. I really don't. That would have to be probably midterm Obama. And we're looking at 2020. It's 2020 now. It's February, I want to say 16th, something like that. 2020. So you're looking at 8-9 years ago worth of growth, probably. I haven't looked and seen what the number is on that, but this is why it is so important to get your company's contributions, because it makes you more recession proof. Now, I can't say that the stock market won't drop by half at some point or another, but when you look at it, the money that you put in plus the money that the company matches you really makes you more recession proof, less susceptible to retiring broke or having financial issues when you're older and are less likely to work. So I hope this makes it more clear for you that investing in your retirement plan is a no-brainer. I mean, you have to do this, because if you don't, one thing is for sure, you won't have any money saved for when you get older. So, all right. Well, thank you all for watching. Please like the video and share, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below. If this helped you out in any way, shape, or form, or if you see something maybe that I messed up on, but it's something for you to think about, go back in your accounts and see how much money you've put in versus the growth on that. And you'll see that the amount of money that you put in versus the growth is just so small. And the company match has a whole lot to do with the growth on this. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Bye. I'm rich.